Hey everyone, Angelo here, homeless filmmaker in LA. Been living in my car like almost 15 months now. Um, I got really lucky yesterday. I got a job. I picked up a gig. That's great. Helped me out a ton. Um, the wild part is the guy who offered me the job, he's someone I've known, and I had to turn down an offer from him before because of the injuries from my car crash. And I couldn't do the job. It was going to be in the art department, like picking up heavy stuff and moving things around. So I couldn't do it. And then yesterday, someone else gets in a car crash on the way to the job, I guess, and they needed someone else. So I went and helped out. So that's really great. That kind of saved my life. I'm going to go look for more jobs today. So anyways, that's really good. That helped me out a ton. Who knows what else is coming along this week. I applied to so many things last week. I'm still applying to stuff. I'm losing weight. I am losing weight now, thank goodness. And I'm going to try and keep doing that. The setback I'm going through is with my dissociative disorder symptoms. It's very scary because I just, after feeling so much better for so long and sort of feeling my desires back, little fucking things just trigger me and then just bam, like it just make me dissociate and I go numb. And I'm not totally numb. It's just weird. Like when I talk, it's like there's no resonance in my head. There's nothing happening. Like I'm scared, like it's like I'm losing my identity. It's a lot of the things about depersonalization, derealization, but it's strange tastes in my mouth. The good thing is I can still sleep well. My appetite is not gone. And I don't know, it's just kind of like I don't have horribly intrusive thoughts now like I did before that were just hell on earth. I mean, horrific. But they're still sort of there, and it's just that when like certain images or things like remind me of them, it just triggers the fuck out of me and I get dissociated, like I'm out of my body. I don't have my identity. It's very frightening. Like I don't feel myself. I don't know how to describe it. Like you think something like you build something that's firm, and I feel like a wet tissue or something. Like just nothing, no structure to me. All I do is dampen sound. And just be damp. It's frightening. It sounds weird, but it's like, it's almost scarier to have this than to feel pain. I do feel little pain. I feel a little loss of who I am, but I'm just so confused about it. Like I don't know who I am or what to do. It's like, okay, if I feel nothing, there are almost moments, and I've had moments like this before, and I know I did improve, where it's like I could just walk away from my car. I feel like, oh, I don't need it, and I just be gone. Like I don't know anyone. I don't know who I am. The continuity of who I am, is like broken and gone. It's very scary. All I can do is trust that, okay, this is another part of the disorder. It's the anxiety working its way out of me. It's going to go away, and that this is the time where I have to do things to remind myself of who I am and be myself, because the most terrifying thought to me is that I'm going to go through something like what I went through in 2007 and 8, where I was just numb. And it was worse than this. It was far worse than this. And also, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know myself as well. It was incredibly scary. And I know it was much more difficult to go through because I couldn't even be around other people and be comfortable at all. It was hurting me to try and pretend to be normal. At least now I sort of can, even though I swear when I do it, it's like it's like I become this like vacuum tube, this like empty, vacant space, whereas there's like nothing inside me. Like I just see them, I'm like nothing resonates. There's no vibration. It just like push me over and I'm gone. So I know it's not that bad, but that's what scares me is I get little mental glimpses of memories from back then when I was just trying to feel something. I was desperately trying to watch movies, hoping the next movie would make me, feel a little something. And it was horrifying. It was absolutely horrifying. In many ways, it was worse than just excruciating pain that I went through in 2012 and 13. Because at least then, yeah, I was like numb to everything too, and it was horrifying, and it was just terror for me. But there is this sort of thing about it where it's like, even though I know there was nothing good about it, experiencing it, I think I did, become better afterward, and I did realize good things, and I became a better filmmaker, and also I worked more with my dad and did more with him, thank goodness. But 2008, I was just numb, and I'm not quite like that now, but I get little glimpses of it, and it's scary. Because I'm like, well, when's it going to go away? What's the point of doing things then? Am I just going to be this lost person the rest of my life? Oh, Angelo's gone. He's lost, Or will I get myself back? I still don't have myself back yet. I can pretend and think oh yes, I feel okay. At least I don't feel horribly painful, intrusive thoughts. And I am doing a lot more than before. I'm able to go out. I was able to work yesterday on that set and not once freak out. I definitely, wasn't feeling like myself, but I didn't freak out. It's like my inner voice is gone. It's just a weird feeling. I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like being on anesthetic. I'm just hoping, okay, it's still a disorder, even though when it takes new symptoms, it's like, when it takes new form, when I get new symptoms, I don't recognize it. And it's terrifying. It's like I can't interact with people the same. I can't maintain relationships the same. I have no desire to talk to people in a way. I'm like, how does this go away? I don't even know what survival is. What do I have to do to survive? Okay, I got to apply to jobs, but it's almost like, why? Who cares? People talk about, you can follow your dreams. You can do anything you want. This disorder doesn't let me want anything. It just lets me, be disconnected from everything. I gotta somehow keep pushing myself, so I should clean my car today. It's got some bird shit on it. So I should do little things to try and just keep going, and hopefully let feelings come back and build up my sense of identity. Clean my car, walk around a little, want to exercise. I didn't exercise at the gym. It's hard. It's scary for me to get up early and go to the gym and exercise. Also, I went to sleep late last night. I went to the Unusual Tuesday show. It's a lot of fun, even though it's fun being sort of relative right now, but I'm sure it was more important that I go than that I not go. But it's very confusing. It's like I'm aimless, I'm lost. I'd almost rather just feel a ton of pain like before. Almost. I mean, that was the worst, pain in my life. But, each time is the worst in a different way. It just seems like, being myself again, too good to be true. Forget about it. My mom still believes that, I'm getting better. And thank goodness. And she's being very strong and patient listening to me. I'm on the waiting list for therapy at the LGBT health center, so gotta wait for that. Could be months. I just feel sad, like my life is wasting away. I feel nothing. I feel disconnected from people. It's like, oh, you have desires, you have drives? Well, I just don't feel anything. I'm just like, just floating by, just my body aging, getting older, nothing happening, because I can't, it wouldn't matter. I mean, I'm trying to keep, being myself, obviously, making these videos, exercising, eating well, trying to get more work, and trying to stay in film so that, if I do get better, when I do get better, I'm able to just get right back into it. But it's scary thinking I'm just this lost person, like nothing matters. I don't feel any pressures, any desires, any drives. I have nothing to share with people. I don't have any, make conversation. It's like, yeah, you want to talk about stuff you're thinking about, excited. I have nothing I'm thinking. My mind is vacant. It's blank. I'm just like, whatever, okay. What kind of life is that? That's the wrong question. It's not a good question to say, why should I go through it? Or why does this have to happen? I'm looking forward so much to it being over with and being better. I was getting so close to being better at times, and then it just sort of, something triggered me, and this anxiety is still in me. Even though it doesn't make me anxious like social anxiety, it's just a constant low-grade anxiety attack where it's just my emotions are frozen. And my brain is still or my mind is still in some kind of trauma state where it still it's very sensitive to triggers and it can't handle them. So it's like, oh, we're triggered by something, freeze. It's like, what the hell, do I need more of those triggers just to get it all out of me, like exposure therapy? That's what it was like last time. That's what it really was. I had to sort of bury myself. I became obsessed all the time looking at, the disturbing, religious content that was just absolutely disgusting to me and horrifying. And yet, it was I had to all the time to see how it made me feel until it just shook out of me. I don't want to have to go through that kind of hell again. I don't know what to do. All I know is, it's still changing. Hopefully, it's always changing. I know it's not as bad as 2008. I know it's not. But it's weird. It goes up and down. And it was getting better for a while, and now it's sort of recurring in a way, even though, it's not as bad as when it started. And I looked back, I wrote notes on my symptoms very early into it, and it was so bad. It was basically all like this, but yeah, basically all like this, but even worse, way worse. I don't know what to think now. I'm going to keep trying, keep moving, keep talking to people, keep working. I applied for Medi-Cal. That's the government, California state health insurance. It's free. And once I get that, I'm going to try and get another therapist aside from the LGBT health center, because that one, I don't know when I'm going to see them. And when I go to them, I may try and find what's called an EMDR therapist. It's something motion therapy. It's supposedly to help desensitize you to trauma. So I'll see. I hate for the somber video because I feel like I was feeling so much better. The other week I made that video, you know, showing how to put cardboard in your car windows. I felt like that was me being better. Like I'm able to do stuff. Now I'm like a limp spaghetti, you know? Just no energy, no form. Not energy as in I'm tired, just no energy as in no propulsion, no drive. Anyways, but as usual, I will keep going. I will keep pushing. Because I got to think there's some way through this. So it's just weird when I'm so lost, like I don't feel my drives, like I have to make myself do things that normally were instinct to do. And yeah, that's not the worst thing in the world to deal with. What's so horrifying about it is just the fact that it's not that you know I have to make myself do the things itself. It's just this emptiness, this feeling of nothing, that it doesn't matter what I do right now. It's just like I'm spinning out lost. But I know I have felt this before just in the last 2 months. And I hope just as sure as that went away, like it can go away again. I'm going to keep working. I'm not just going to give up. I'm going to keep talking to people and keep trying to establish things that, you know, can help me recover.